Hello, welcome to Desert Island Scenarios, and today we have Ian Ainsworth with us.
That's correct.
Hi.
Hi, Martin.
Hi.
Now, you said you often get his name wrong and managed to get it wrong twice.
Yes.
I
even managed. Yes. Yeah. Within a few seconds.
Yeah. You did well there. That was good.
Brilliant. So I think we've played each other once, but we're not sure because you don't remember.
We're not sure. I don't remember.
I thought it was you.
Yeah.
But you've been playing for a long time.
I've been playing ASL for probably about 10 years, but I think competitions for the last 5 years. My first part ASL was I used to play a lot of the campaign games, had a regular opponent, used to come away to the UK tournaments, certainly up in here in Blackpool. And then my regular opponent decided to drop out of ASL, and then I looked at these guys and thinking, should I give the competition sort of a go? Never played it. I always thought everyone was rules lawyers, and I thought everyone was was like top class players.
Yeah.
I met you too, and I suddenly realised that's not the case. But no, amongst others, and then I got into the competition thing, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
Now you have a regular thing on Friday nights, is that right?
We do. So we started off. So how that really quickly happened is I used to play with Martin Vicker up in Scotland on Vassal, and Steve Cook, and then he had another one of his gang join, a guy called Tony Gibson, and so there's 4 of us, and then Joe Arthur used to pop in, and then it just snowballed. And I then said, well, why don't we try and get some sort of like round robin thing going where, each week we'll play a scenario. We have different games, and we'll meet up on Vassal towards the end of the night and talk about the scenario. And that was snowballed, and we've probably got about 10 regulars, including a couple of Americans.
That's amazing.
Rich Domovich, Chip Wurtenberger. That's an American name, isn't it? So that's how it works.
Fantastic. And you all play the same scenario, or you play?
Yes, we all play the same scenario. So we get paired off against one another.
Mm-hmm. So then you can have a chat about
what we liked about it. How did your game go?
Yeah.
A couple of us do log files to make sure just to look through afterwards. And it's quite good, and you get an idea if it's a dog or it's a good scenario.
It's nice. Like a virtual ASL club that
it is.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
And yet some of those people live in Aberdeen, don't they?
They do. I think 3 or 4 of them all live within about 4 miles of one another.
Right.
Me being from sort of Liverpool-ish.
And you're a regular player of Craig and Mark as well. Do you play those guys? You don't play those guys.
I play Craig every now and then. Okay. So he lives in Liverpool. He's about half an hour away from me. We've all got families and whatever, but I probably play him outside of a competition. Probably play him twice a year.
Right.
He's a top class player.
Yeah. And you won. I mean, you're a good player. You won this tournament. Was it this tournament? Or
I've not particularly won this one. I've been lucky enough to come in this bout. I've come third twice in the Bound of Fire.
Okay.
I've never won a tournament.
Okay.
I've come close, but still haven't.
Very close.
Close, but no coconuts.
Yeah. You're known as a good player around here. People,
nice to know.
Well, you got through the group, haven't you? So
so you're in the semi-finals.
I'm in the semi-finals now. Yes.
Okay.
So I think Simon Staniforth always said, he's a dark horse. Because obviously I haven't played for that long, or competition-wise. So and I did a bit of play testing for BFP, a couple of years ago. So when I did get into competition, everyone can, who's this guy?
Right.
And I seem to hit the ground running.
You've got the thing of you're playing good players, aren't you, regularly? And I think that's the strength. You're up there.
Won against Toby yesterday.
That's right.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Have I told you I beat Toby?
You told me you were rolling very low dice.
To say I diced him was, and his face was priceless. So but look, we all know the game. So it can be a little bit dicey.
Of course.
You never get anyone turn around to say, do you know what, Ian, you played really well. It's usually that I've been diced to death.
It's true. We're never beaten by skill, are we? We're always beaten by the dice.
How many times? I mean, you guys have been playing a lot longer than me. Since when have you been told, Dave, you've done really well there?
Well, that's the trouble. When you beat someone, you almost want to take the credit of the dice in a way, because you don't want to say.
But you don't want to
played very well.
Feel bad.
You just broke his soul anyway by beating him.
Well, it's certainly kind of a scenario, because if you play a scenario and if you win it, you think, it's a great scenario, this, isn't it? If you lose a scenario, you think, it's a dog. I don't like this.
Absolutely. And I've done the stats on it with my. I rate the scenarios I lose a full point lower on average than the scenarios I win. It's absolutely true.
Not a very good scenario, because you weren't enjoying it perhaps as much.
That's simple as that. Yeah, exactly.
Because it wasn't going away. So anyway, all that drifts into the background because you are heading off to a desert island on your own.
Okay.
And you have got to take with you. Well, do you want to tell us your first scenario?
Okay, so obviously there's 3 scenarios to pick. I've been fortunate enough to play quite a lot of different types. I think one of my favourites, or certainly up there, would be the Kampfgruppe Shearer. module by LFT, and specifically, forget the campaign games. I think it's KGS1, which is called Their Fate is Sealed, which is almost epitomises the whole battle. It's a very large scenario. Russians are attacking from all 4 parts of the map. Fantastic maps by LFT, snow covered. I've read the accompanying book that was done by Jason Mark.
So this is historical, is it?
It's historical. Right, It is historical. Great feel, a little bit of chrome in it. But early war Russian Germans. It's a great scenario.
Okay. Do we know who makes those maps? Do we?
I don't know. I don't know.
It'd be interesting to have a look.
Probably is it Xavier?
Yeah, he produces it. Yeah, I don't know
whether he comes up.
But it's a great module. If you haven't tried it, and what they do as well on the reverse of the map, they've got like the summer version, which is showing it all a bit later on when it's all been bombed.
Right.
A lot of rubble.
It's like we say nice. That's lovely. Lovely to see all that destruction.
Great module. If you haven't got time for the campaign game, that scenario itself almost is the campaign game in one.
Okay. So how long would that take? Is that a good day or is that?
Oh no, you're talking. I think I think you'd be saying probably about a 3-day. It is a very large scenario. It's not. It's not one you're going to get. A few counters aside.
But it's got everything going on all over the place.
It's a whole map. It's about a 3 foot by 3 foot map.
And have you played that before? You played the whole way through.
I've played the whole scenario. I've actually played a couple of campaign games. It's just a very good. It's very balanced.
Right.
There's a lot to do. The thing with scenarios. I don't know about you guys, but I like things with a bit of variety where you can have a fluid defence and you can have you can sort of with attack you can pick your points and the defenders sort of counter it rather than a static just sit there and take it and let's see if your dice do it.
Fair enough.
So I think that's what makes that particular scenario good.
So you get a visit. Somebody will come and play that with you. It's a good idea going for a 3-player one because it's going to take a bit of time, isn't it? So who do you want there?
Who would I want with me for this particular scenario?
Just for the scenario,
I would say probably, would you believe, Toby Pillin?
Wow.
Yeah. And I only say that because this is the first weekend I've ever got to play him. We all know he's the UK's #1 player. He's a top player, top defender. And I just want to test myself against the top players. And I think I don't want to be speaking much of Toby, but he seems to latterly sort of come out of his shell a bit. And, he's opened up and and he's quite a good guy to talk to.
Absolutely.
And I think I'll probably learn a lot from that.
That's very nice.
And I think so
you're not taking the easy route.
Well, I know he'd be happy to get dragged out of work for 3 days if he said it. So I'm sure he'd be pleased with the choice. Okay.
Right. So scenario number 2.
So scenario number 2, I played it 6 times now. I'm 5-1 in my favour.
Okay.
It is one of the action packs. It's AP 171 Postle's Posse.
Okay.
Yeah. It's East Front Germans v Russians. I think it's 44. Very, very balanced scenario. I think if you look at the ratings on Raw, I think it's like 48.
That's amazing,
so, isn't it? Which is pretty good. Same again, I mentioned about I like the attack and the defending. Both sides have the options. I mean, the Germans are defending on this one, but they get reinforced, which can allow them to do a counter-attack. So you've got a bit of manoeuvre and as well just being static. Both sides get a nice fair bit of infantry.
Excuse me.
Bit of infantry and a bit of armour.
So
you've got a mix of things, and it's not overly big, and you can probably play that 4 or 5 hours. Typical 5-6 turn scenario.
And you were saying it's one of the top rated scenarios.
I believe it is on your website, on your ASL archive.
I
think if you go on there, I think it was like scenario of the month, and it's got good write ups.
Nice.
But it's just a sweet scenario.
Right.
Really.
Okay. 5-1. So you played it over other scenarios, or because it's come up in tournaments?
No. I've just played it because I seem to do okay.
If anyone says to fancy a game,
I brought it with me, so if any of you are free. But I played both sides. I think I'm three Germans wins, 2 Russian wins, and I lost to Simon Staniforth. I lost to.
All right.
But a big Craig Ben.
Nice.
Ben.
Okay, that doesn't happen often.
And I played it in a tournament. I think it was a Ersatz League.
Okay.
It was one of those scenarios.
Who do you want with you for that?
Who would I want with me on that? Probably Ian Morris. Ian Morris, great guy, great player, competent player. I've got like a 50-50 record with him, so it's by no means, it's no means like in the bag for me. he's just, he's a decent, methodical sort of guy. You can have a bit of a laugh. Don't take it too seriously. I mean, don't get me wrong. You both want to play to win, but he's a nice gent.
Yeah,
nice gent.
He is a gent.
Nice.
He gets my vote.
And you're not the first person to nominate Ian Morris. I don't believe.
Okay. Have I been nominated?
No.
That's some
No.
awkward moment.
I'll take that. Literally everyone in the room.
We've only done a couple.
All right, okay.
Not yet.
Diplomatic answer. Diplomatic answer.
Okay.
There's queues of people out here waiting to nominate.
Yeah. Oh, super.
All right. Then.
You're too tough to beat. That's why.
I don't know where I've got that reputation from. But,
Number 3 then.
Yeah.
Number 3. So number 3 is, well, I've obviously mentioned both games so far have been East Front. So I think the third one, let's go PTO.
Yeah.
I was introduced to this scenario by Simon Staniforth. I think he used it in one of the minis the other year here at Bounding Fire. It's Friendly Fire 72 Mubo Decision, which is Japanese v I think it's Australians Anzacs. Very small scenario. I wouldn't say small. It's probably 8 to 10 squads aside. Yeah. Just a really good feel. If you want to get into PTO, it's a nice one to play. You've got Anzacs who are stealthy, and you've got the Japanese. Just fought again. It was a really. It's one of those maneuver and attack. Both sides can do something.
Right.
So, and I think it's just they're the best type of scenarios.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell us who you want to take for Postle's Possum? Who do you want to visit you?
Possum.
I don't know.
Postle's Posse even.
Possum's Posse.
Yeah. So. So I think the player I'd like to say with there would be Ian Morris.
Yeah.
Only because I've played him a few times and he's a great guy. And, I've got sort of a 50-50 record against him. Steady.
I was going to say he's a very kind of careful player, isn't he?
He is
Professional.
Professional. Yeah, no, he is. He is. He's, I think he won the tournament last year.
He
did.
Yeah.
So he's a good player. I always have very good games against him, and they're always bullied on the knife edge, and it goes either way. In fact, I played him earlier this week. I think Wednesday when we first got him.
Okay.
Lost to him.
Okay.
But no, really nice guy. So I think he'd be a great guy to play. I think we're very evenly matched.
And you're not even the first person to nominate Ian Morris.
Oh right, have I been nominated?
You haven't yet, but it will be soon. I'm sure.
Right, okay.
They want easy games. That's the thing. That's what everyone's looking for. But you didn't. You've gone for tough opponents. So
Exactly.
So, hence why we're not invited.
Well, I've not played you guys yet, so it'd be great to play you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just getting the opportunities, isn't it?
It's it. There's so many people to play and so little time in a way.
Yeah.
That's true.
I was open for the game on Vassal.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So number 3.
Yeah. So number 3 is obviously I've mentioned the 2 Eastern Front games so far. I think I'd go for let's go to the PTO. I think it's FRF 72, which is called the Mubo Decision. It's Anzacs v Japanese. Simon Staniforth introduced this one to me. I think it was in one of the tournaments, the mini tournaments the other year. Really good little scenario. I think it's like 12 squads aside. Initial British side, initial Japanese, both get reinforced. So both sides have got options to attack and defend. And they're the type of scenarios, as I said to you before, they're the ones I tend to like.
Yeah.
And absolutely spot on scenario, very well balanced, and you can get it done in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And who are you going to take then?
Yeah, on that particular one. So I think obviously I've mentioned Toby and Ian. At this time, it's an American guy who I play with on a Friday night. It's a guy called Rich Domovich.
Nice. Okay.
I've come across the name.
Yeah, lovely guy. I think he's a young 72.
And he's been here before.
He has. He's come to. I think he's come to the UK tournaments before.
Yeah.
I mean, he's obviously retired.
Yeah.
He's a serial player. I mean, if you go on Vassal, I think he's on his 6 days a week. But he knows his onions. Lovely guy again. Lovely guy to play against. And I always get a good game with him.
Good competitive game. Yeah.
But he's funny as well.
Right.
It takes in the right spirit.
What makes a lovely guy? When we all talk about this, like a nice person to play against. What makes a nice guy to play?
I just think that you have a bit of banter while you're playing. They're not a real stickler for for the rules. If you forgot to do something, we'll do it. It's all about give and take. And that's it. You don't want to be playing someone who's who's just sort of drawn the drawbridge. And you're thinking, oh, this is going to be hard. Just someone who's just generally like that. I don't like overly slow players. I'm not a slow player myself, but I'm not fast and loose. So they're the type of people. Just nice people.
Okay. All right.
Brilliant.
So
and finally, you get to take with you one non-ASL game.
Yeah. So this will be. Well, I've played a lot of war games and whatever. So this one's a little bit far out there. It's a card game. Arkham Horror, the card game.
Okay. Yeah.
Really good. I mean, I love H.P. Lovecraft. Read a few of his books. Just like the theme. I spent almost £1,000 on collecting it. I've got everything there is to do with it. So and it just works really well.
So and that's a game that works well solo players, and it works well for 1 and 2 and 3 kind of players. So what?
I think optimum players would probably be 2.
Okay.
I have played it with 3. 2 players is great.
Okay.
And you're probably going to ask me who I'd love to take.
Yeah,
why not? Yeah.
So this one is going to be my local gaming buddy, a guy called Gareth Evans. He's a guy who got me into ASL.
Okay.
Who's now drifted away from it. We play a game every 2 months actually.
Okay.
And so I think a shout out to him.
All right.
And,
nice.
Nice guy.
And best scenario, best campaign in Arkham Horror card game?
Well, the one I played so far is the Dunwich Horror.
Okay.
Very good. I mean, if you know the system, it's just a great game.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
It's good. It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's not an easy system. It's not a walkover.
I know. Yeah.
But you want something like that, don't you?
That chit drawer hates me. It's horrendous. The number of times I pull out the whatever it is. And put it back in, shake it. I feel like it's stuck to my finger. The same auto fail.
Same token.
Yeah.
It's a good game. So it's totally different to ASL, isn't it? It's a different thing.
Yeah.
You know, I did put a bit of thought into that. And
It's actually a nice game for partners as well. Like my partner quite enjoys it. You know, we can play it together. It's not competitive.
There's a couple of games I could recommend there. Dominion is a really good card game as well. I mean, I think if you go something a little bit easier, it's like Ticket to Ride, that type of thing. But there's a load of Euro games, isn't it?
Nice. It's been a pleasure having you here. And
thank you, Ian Ainsworth.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I remembered your name.
I hope you enjoy your time on the island.
Yes.
And do well in the tournament.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're in the semi-finals.
I'm in the semi-finals.
Yeah.
So I'm 3-0 so far. And I am depending on what goes on at the moment. I probably either playing Craig Ben. Or Ian Morris.
Okay.
Yeah,
Two
tough games either ways.
Well, okay. Go on the end of the pier and you can reenact your desert island game against Ian.
Well, Craig's actually reminded me because I play Craig every now and then, and I think he was saying we got together just before the tournament, played 2 games, which I lost actually. I lost both games too. Very close down to the last turn, but I lost. But he was saying to me prior to that, I was 4-1 against him.
Wow.
So in my favour.
Right. Okay.
So,
that's impressive.
It's a good record.
It is. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm his nemesis.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you.
Ian, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Cheers.
David.
Okay. All the best.
Thank you.